Hello friends, welcome to Automation Community. Today in this video, I'm going to show you an interesting example in which we will be using normally open contact as well as normally closed contacts. We will be implementing some logic gates also like AND, OR. So let's look at the example first. Example 3. Suppose we have 3 switches and 3 LEDs. That is, we have 3 inputs and 3 outputs. So, if any one switch is on, that is only one switch is on, then LED 1 will be on. Then, if any two switches are on, that is, if only two switches are on, then LED 2 will be on. And if all the 3 switches are on, then LED 3 will be on. So, for LED 1 to be on, only and any one switch should be on. That is, we will use one switch as normally open contact and other two switches as normally closed contact. And there we will implement AND gate and OR gate. So for LED 2 to be on, only and any two switches should be on. So here also we will be using two normally open contacts and one normally closed contact for third switch. Here also we will be implementing OR and AND gate. And then for LED 3 to be on, all the 3 switches should be on. So here we will be using 3 normally open contacts. So let's move to EcoStruxure Machine Expert, where we will draw a ladder diagram for this example. We will open EcoStruxure Machine Expert. I will keep read protection as inactive and write protection as inactive, and then click on Apply. Then I will go to Configuration tab. So here is a list of different logic controllers. I will be using DM221C24R. I will click on it and then drag it to here. Do you want to replace? You may lose some features and associated configuration. I will click on Yes. So the device I'm using, that is DM221C24R, has 14 digital inputs, 10 relay outputs, 2 analog inputs, 1 serial line port, and 100 to 240 volt AC power supply controller with removable terminal blocks. Then I can also go to serial line, where I can select protocol as Modbus ASCII TMS2GDB or Modbus Serial I/O Scanner. I will select it as TMS2GDB and then click on Apply. Then I will go to Programming tab. So here we will be drawing ladder diagram for the example. I can click on a full screen mode here and then zoom into it. So for LED 1 to be on, only and any one switch should be on. So we will take normally open contact for one switch and normally closed contact for other two switches. And then again we will make some combinations. Actually there will be 3 combinations. That is, for switch 1 will be normally open contact, switch 2 and switch 3 will be normally closed contact. Then switch 2 will be normally open contact and switch 1 and switch 2 will be normally closed contact. And then switch 3 will be normally open contact and switch 1 and switch 2 will be normally closed contact. I will insert normally open contact, then to normally closed contact, then normally open contact, normally open contact, and then normally closed contacts. And then I will insert a coil. So here I need to connect these contacts to the coil. I will click on this option and then draw a line like this. After that, I will assign addresses to these normally open contacts, normally closed contacts, and then to the coil. So firstly, I will assign address to this contact as I 0.0. Then I will also add symbol as switch 1. Yes. Then I will assign address to this contact as I 0.1. I will add symbol as switch 2. Yes. Then I will assign address to this contact as I 0.2. I will add symbol to it as switch 3. Yes. So we have inserted normally open contact for switch 1, then for switch 2, and then switch 3. So here, when switch 1 is normally open contact, then there should be switch 2 and switch 3. And here, when switch 2 is normally open contact, here should be switch 1 and switch 3. And here, when switch 3 is normally open contact, here should be switch 1 and switch 2 as normally closed contacts. So we'll assign addresses to these normally closed contacts as I 0.1, that is switch 2, and then I 0.2, which is switch 3. I can also add symbol as switch 1 and then switch 3. Then switch 1 and switch 2. So switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. Switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. Switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. So I have used switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3 as normally open contacts here, and other two switches as normally closed contacts. Then I will assign address to the coil as Q 0.0. I will also add symbol to it as LED 1. Yes. So here, when any one switch is on, that is, only one switch is on, then only LED 1 will be on. So when switch 1 is on, the current will flow through it, and switch 2 and switch 3 are off, as here these are normally closed contact. When in false state, the current will flow through it, and LED 1 will be on. Or when switch 2 is on, the current will flow through it, and switch 1 and switch 3 will be false. As here, these are normally closed contacts. When in false state, the current will flow through it, and LED will be on. Then also here, when switch 3 is on, the current will flow through it. When switch 1 and switch 2 are in false state, the current will flow through it, as these are normally closed contacts, and then LED 1 will be on. So for LED 1 to be on, only one switch should be on. Either switch 1, switch 2, or switch 3 should be on, and other two switches should be off. Then for LED 2 to be on, only and any two switches should be on. So we will take two switches as normally open contact and third switch as normally closed contact. So we will make some combinations. There will be also three combinations as switch 1 and switch 2 as normally open contact and switch 3 as normally closed contact. Then switch 1 and switch 3 as normally open contact and switch 2 as normally closed contact. Or switch 2 and switch 3 as normally open contact and switch 1 as normally closed contact. And then only when any two switches are on, LED 2 will be on. We'll add a new rung here and then we will insert two normally open contacts and one normally closed contact. Then again two normally open contacts and one normally closed contact. Then again two normally open contacts and one normally closed contact. Then I will add a coil here for LED 2. So here we need to connect these contacts with the coil. So I will click on this option and draw a line like this. Then we need to assign address to these contacts as well as to the coil. So I will assign address to this contact as I0.0, which is switch 1. Then I will assign address to this contact as I0.1, that is switch 2. And then I0.2, that is switch 3. So switch 1 and switch 2 as normally open contact, switch 3 as normally closed contact. Then we will take switch 1 and switch 3 as normally open contact and switch 2 as normally closed contact. So I will add the symbol as switch 1, then switch 3, and then switch 2 as normally closed contact, switch 2. And then here switch 2 and switch 3 as normally open contact and switch 3 as normally closed contact. So I will add symbol as switch 2, switch, click on symbol, switch 3 and switch 1 as normally closed contact. Then I will add address to this coil as Q 0.1. I will also add symbol as LED 2. Yes. So for LED 2 to be on, only and any two switches should be on. Either switch 1 and switch 2 should be on and switch 3 should be off. Or switch 1 and switch 3 should be on and switch 2 should be off. Or switch 2 and switch 3 should be on and switch 1 should be off. So when switch 1 is on and switch 2 is also on and also switch 3 is off, the current will flow through it as switch 3 is a normally closed contact. When in false state, the current will also flow through it and LED 2 will be on. Then here, when switch 1 and switch 3 are on, the current will flow through it, and when switch 2 is in false state, the current will also flow through it as it is a normally closed contact. So LED 2 will be on. And then when switch 2 and switch 3 are on, the current will flow through it and switch 1 is in false state as it is also a normally closed contact. When in false state, the current will flow through it and then also LED 2 will be on. So for LED 2 to be on, only two inputs should be on and the third one should be off. Then all the three switches are on, then LED 3 will be on. So for LED 3 to be on, all the three switches, that is switch 1, switch 2 and switch 3 should be on. then only LED 3 will be on. So we will take 3 switches as normally open contacts and implement AND gate there. I will add a new rung here and then I will insert 3 normally open contacts for switch 2 and then for switch 3. And then I will insert a coil. Then I need to assign address to these contacts as I 0.0, which is switch 1. I can also add symbol as switch 2 and then switch 3. Then I will assign address to the coil as Q 0.2. I will also add symbol to it as LED 3. Yes. So for LED 1 to be on, only one input should be on and other two inputs should be off. Either switch 1 should be on and switch 2 and switch 3 should be off, or switch 1 should be on and switch 1 and switch 3 should be off, or switch 3 should be on and switch 1 and switch 2 should be off, and then only LED 1 will be on. Then for LED 2 to be on, only two switches should be on. Either switch 1 and switch 2 should be on and switch 3 should be off, or switch 1 and switch 3 should be on and switch 2 should be off, or switch 2 and switch 3 should be on and switch 1 should be off, and then only LED 2 will be on. And for LED 3 to be on, all the three inputs should be on. That is, switch 1, switch 2 and switch 3. All these three should be on, and then only LED 3 will be on. Now we will exit full screen mode here and then I will compile the program. Then I will go to commissioning and launch simulator. Then I will start controller. To do so, click OK. So I will go to Programming tab and click on full screen mode here. So when I turn on switch 1, LED 1 will be on. When I turn on switch 1, switch 2 and switch 3 are off and then LED 1 will be on. Or if I turn switch 2 on, then also LED 1 will be on. As you can see here, switch 2 is on and other two switches are off. And then only LED 1 is on. Or if I put switch 3 on and switch 1 and switch 2 will be off, then also LED 1 will be on. So for LED 1 to be on, either switch 1 should be on, or switch 2 should be on, or switch 3 should be on, and other two switches should be off. And then for LED 2 to be on, only and any two switches should be on, either switch 1 and switch 2. If I put switch 1 and switch 2 is on, LED 2 will be on, and switch 3 is false here. And then if I put switch 1 and switch 3 is on and switch 2 is off, then also LED 2 is on. And then if I put switch 2 and switch 3 is on and switch 1 is off, And then also LED 2 will be on. And then if I put all the 3 switches on, LED 3 will be on. So for LED 1 to be on, only one input should be on. For LED 2 to be on, only 2 inputs should be on. And for LED 3 to be on, all the 3 inputs should be on. It was all about this example. Thank you for watching.